Hey everybody, this is Jeffrey and Cindy, the beautiful Cindy. Now if you guys didn't watch the first video, we are teaching Cindy how to do ballroom. Cindy knows how to do West Coast swing, and she's learning Argentine Tango, and so she willingly, begrudgingly said, I'll volunteer to do these lessons with you on camera. She's never done this before, except for maybe a little bit at our free classes years ago. Because we're sophisticated, we drink wine, so cheers, I love you. All right, so I'll take your wine. So today we're doing waltz, and I'm going to teach Cindy, if you didn't see in the last videos, we talked about the 5 elements, we talked about dance shoes. So we're going to do 2 different dances today. We're going to do you might see these on separate videos, you might see it all in one, depending on how we do it. But we're going to start with the box step. Okay, so I'm just going to teach it, and if it shows up great on the camera, if it doesn't, who cares, right? So first thing we're going to do is you're going to, as a follower, you're always going to start, there's kind of an agreement socially. The follower will start with her right foot, and the leader will start with the left foot. Now, an international standard, the style that I competed in, that rule doesn't necessarily apply because it depends on which direction you're ready to turn. If I start to turn to the right, I start with my right foot. If I turn to my left, it's my left foot. But in American ballroom, they made it very simple and socially acceptable. So we're just going to start basic with your right foot, and you're just going to go back with your right foot. We're doing waltz, and we won't do a lot of technique, but I will demonstrate it, okay? Because we do have rise and fall. So you're going to go backwards, right foot. You're going to go back, okay? Then we're going to go sideways. And then we're going to go across, and we'll have a little rise up, and then we're going to lower. Now your left foot should be free. So you're going to, your left foot.
Okay.
So
that rise and fall with a shift of weight?
Yeah, it changes your weight.
Okay.
Yeah. So let's go ahead and finish this, we'll talk about some.
Sorry.
So that's forward. Now we're going to go forward on the heel, because we're in ballroom versus Latin, we're going to go down. So we go forward on the heel, so it goes heel, we stay down, we reach our foot over here, we're going to push ourselves over here. Now we're going to go on the ball of the foot, and then we're going to push up, and we'll talk about the technique in a second, okay? So let's do that again, okay? So, but here's one thing to know about ballroom. Ballroom, you either have 2 bent knees, or legs, or 2 straight legs. Now, straight leg is never locked leg. It's always going to be, it always feels like you're, if you pull your sit bones back over your heels, okay? In dance, we always pull our sit bones back over heels. It should feel like when you're in a releve, or rise, you should feel like you're sitting on a ledge here a little bit versus straight legs. A lot of people go straight legs too fast, so we want to feel that your sit bones a little bit. Okay, so we're going to go backwards. We're going to go back, side, together, forward, side, together. Okay. Now I don't typically like to get into footwork too much in the beginning, but I'll say the words. And we'll work on it as we go. So it's going to be, I'm going to go back toe heel, meaning I land all the way on the heel. I'm going to go toe, I'm going to push up, and then I'm going to lower, and my right heel went toe heel, so my left heel is free. Okay. So I go forward heel, it's actually heel toe, and then we go to the toe here, and we push up. All right, cool, that's your box. All right, simple. Okay. So when we do that, when we dance that, okay, so we're just going to do a practice hold real quick, and then I'll get you to do the footwork. So as you go back, remember that as you go backwards, that this toe is going to lift. Because as you push backwards, your toe naturally comes up, okay? And we're going to stay down, so let's get back there real quick. So we're good. So we're lower, and we go back, side, together, forward, side, together. There you go. Good. That was great. So if we do the timing in waltz is 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, whatever. So we're going to bend our knees, and we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. I could count it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. So both ways are fine. Okay. So basic box. Makes sense. Okay. So what I should have done, talked about a little bit, is the frame. Okay, so in ballroom, the frame, we went in ballet class, we would have our hands here in front of us, and we'd bring our arms in front of us, would be first position. Now, I'm not a ballet dancer, so ballet dancers, please forgive me, okay? So in the second position, we bring our arms out here in front of us, so our elbows are in front. Now, in ballroom, we just bring this hand in and that hand up for a follower, and it's this way for the leader. And so basically, this space in dance, when I talk about in West Coast Swing, this is your space. It's the same thing here in ballroom, though as we get better in ballroom, we dance closer and closer together. Now, we're not doing championship ballroom, we're doing social ballroom. So most people have, when you start in the beginning, you start offset of each other, okay? So the position is going to be my right front to her right front for beginning, okay? So I want to talk about, we'll get back to the box in a second. Let's talk about dance position real quick. I should have just done it by this. When you're in a beginner stage, your right front and right foot, if Sin turns around, you got a better shot at her, than, okay? You'll notice that my left foot can swing off her, okay? Now her left foot can swing off me. Ow! Okay. So we're offset of each other. If I'm toe to toe, I'm going to step on her. So, and plus you can't see me very well, and you can't see her at all if she's turned around. So when I'm going forward, that I can see there's no way I can step on her. All right, it's impossible because I'm offset. There's different levels. So beginning level. So I'm going to have her here so you can see it. So beginning levels, we're just offset right front to right front. Now we talk about the nose for a follower. Her nose is going to be towards her watch. Okay, her toes are facing right now this way. My toes are facing that way. Her nose is over her left wrist. Okay, there you go. And my nose looks out my window here. Okay. Now, when it comes to the frame, my right hand, it's not really my hand that's cupping her back. It is my wrist, or my cuff, if you will, is going right past her armpit, and it connects right there. So if I have an injured hand, I can still dance with the partner because I'm not doing this. Okay. I used to always be told the connection here should be soft enough to massage her back. All right. So I'm going to cup her shoulder blade, and my hand here, I like the thumbs together. I hate this crap where the hands are like this. I hate that shit. So thumbs are close together, and I'm holding her hand as if I were walking. If we were holding hands and we're walking, and we're swinging our hand, right, and she comes around. That's pretty much the tension that I have in the hand here. Okay. So this is our beginner position where don't do this crap. This is way too effing far, okay? Get close. Body contact will change as Cindy gets progressing. These will change for her. But this is her very start position, okay? Because that's where beginners have to learn. And also, we don't know as beginners. Cindy's a dancer, but most beginners don't know that we separate top and bottom. I call it church and state. You figure out which one is the church and which one is the state. It's up to you. So top and bottom is an opposition we create, and we'll be doing that later. But right now, just be comfortable, okay? Now, guys, I gotta tell you, garbage that I heard the lead. I'd say take the heel of your hand and press it on her side, okay? On her side, and push her. And then when you want to come forward, use your fingers and pull her. That's a little bit of garbage because it gets a little rough, okay? But that's how I learned when I first started. So the reality is, my hand is cupping her shoulder blade, my wrist is here. If my partner is not got noodle arms and she's got a little bit of toner in the hand, all I ever suggest girls you do is just take your middle finger and thumb, just gently squeeze his arm in the groove. You'll notice where her hand is, it's right in below the deltoid, above the bicep, in that groove. Every guy has a groove there, okay? That's why we work out, guys. You've got a groove there. And so girls, you just fix your hand right there for now. And height does make a difference. If he's 6'8" and you're 4'2", that's going to be different. But for most people, this works. And here, just gently squeeze with your middle finger. Just squeeze a little bit, okay? And I always want to feel the thumbs forward. So when Cindy feels me move at her, she feels her thumbs feel me coming. So that makes sense. So that's the basic frame. All right. So dance position. So basic dance position. Okay. Now I'm going to go to the next level, so I don't get any crap from people. Okay. Because people who know me, I dance my students really quickly, really differently in big shapes. But so if I were to take Cindy to what I would call the next level or intermediate level ballroom, I'm gonna actually get her to turn her body, okay? So we're gonna do this in the mirror. And I'll probably have to edit out that box, and we'll get back to the box here in a second, okay? Because we're talking about the frame for the follower, scoot over just a little bit. And I want to create, sorry, that way.
That way.
There we go, sorry. So we're going to do a little what we call a spiral, okay? So I'm going to get different levels of this. So the first part I want to do is we're going to bend our knees a little bit, and we're going to take our chest, and we're going to just rotate our chest. Now you notice what I didn't do is turn my shoulders. I'm just going to rotate my chest a little to the right, and that's it for right now, okay? This is the next level. So all I did was turn my chest or my heart to my partner. So when we offset each other, I'll do it with the camera, when we offset each other, my right front to right front, and so in the beginning, she was just flat and square. It's like, yay, it works, right? So now we're going to just turn her chest slightly to the right. Now her nose is still going to stay to the left over there, all right? And then, and I'm going to look out here and see where I'm going, okay? So this, okay? Now, I got to tell you, I have to tell you, I have been doing this for over 35 years or whatever, but I used to get people say, whatever happened to the romance of dance? Why can't I look at my partner? I'm like, okay, here's the difference. I've been doing it long enough. My body position, even if she's a beginner, my body position is always turned to the right where I'm offset. And I could look at her and talk to her all day long. But when you're a beginner and you do that, what happens is we start getting like this. And so now we're dancing like this, okay? So if you watch championship dancing, their positions are very large, but as a gentleman, it's not that large. I'm here. So the counterweight that we create is what makes the high-level patterns easy. So when you get to cozy, we split things up in bronze, silver, gold, and so when you get to your gold stuff, I found the gold stuff to be easier than the bronze stuff, but it was because of my techniques and my counterweights, and that's why we try not to jump to the hard patterns first, because you can't do them. And what I'll do to Cindy is, when I get her to a point, I'll start throwing harder stuff at her, because you can do all the beginner bronze stuff with shitty technique, or no technique, I should say it that way, because they're designed so you can get dancing. They're not designed to be perfect. So you'll see Cindy's progression in her posture, and later on, here's what it'll turn into. So she'll rotate from her legs, her ankles and feet, rotate, spiraling up until she's in this position. But right now, we're just like, let's turn your chest a little bit to me. Okay, so that's your frame. So I know the beginning of this started with the box step, but it's gotten way too long. So we will let this one go, and we'll do the box and the waltz and the rumba together in the next video. So I hope this makes sense. If you have questions, please comment, okay? So I want you to comment, subscribe, and like, and never say a bad word about her, because I will come after you or find you, because she's the best thing ever. So, all right, everybody, you guys are wonderful, so thank you very much. And as always, I forgot to say this in the last video.
Be a good human.
We gotta do it like this. Be a good human. All right, cheers.